Sisi kama jamii ya Omogusi tumeamua candidate yetu ya urais hapa nchini Kenya 2027 elections anaitwa Dr. Fred Matiangi Okengo.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the backstory. If you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Kisii Senator Richard Onyonka has finally let the cat out of the basket. And what am I talking about? Kisii Senator Onyonka has today revealed that Matiangi will vie for the presidency in 2027. So he was attending a function and he said that they have sat down as legislators or political leaders from Kisii land and they've decided that they are going to front the former CS Matiangi, former Internal Security CS Matiangi for the presidency in 2027.
Wataniuliza niongee vile nimesema, sisi kama jamii ya Omogusi tumeamua candidate yetu ya urais hapa nchini Kenya 2027 elections anaitwa Dr. Fred Matiangi Okengo. Na tena hatusongi nyuma. We will continue. We have decided that if you have a dysfunctional country, that institutions are not ready to share the cake equitably, then you must look for alternatives. How you will force those who are in power to share those resources with you equitably. And one of the approaches, we will set our own political party, we will go and negotiate. We know Fred Matiangi is going to win, but he cannot win alone. We are going to talk to everybody. We are going to talk to Kalonzo, we will talk to Gachagua, we will talk to Uhuru, we will even talk to Raila. We will tell them it is now our time, because where we are, this country requires to look for us also from the small clans. Even us who are without the numbers, we need to be given an opportunity to show what we can do. Usawa na mwakitu kwa nabo. Muanchera nile. Nyorokio kwa wako igangende mbia mono sana.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you remember I did a video like some days back. You can go back and watch about Matiangi's presidency. Now, it's something that has been talked about. Matiangi came back into the country. Currently he's in the US. He came back into the country like 2 weeks ago. And there were hints that he met, our sources told us that he met legislators from Kisii land on the same subject, that is going for the presidency against President William Ruto in 2027. And if you look at the political happenings from that region, that is the Kisii region, it points to a fact that there is that collective kind of thinking with the political leaders from Kisii. It's like they've already decided that they're going to do this. Take for example what happened when the long-serving ODM treasurer Timothy Bosire was appointed by the president to some, I think it's an executive member of the NTSA. He declined that position. When you talk to guys from Kisii, I was trying to ask some guys from Kisii and they were telling me the reason as to why Timothy Bosire declined that position is the fact that, okay, one is thinking of vying for governor position in Nyamira, and right now as things stand, President William Ruto is not very popular on the ground, that is in Kisii and Nyamira. So him taking that position would have worked against him. Then the second factor is that they know that if Matiangi is going to vie for the presidency in 2027, then selling or working for President William Ruto right now leading to 2027 will not like give him a leverage, or will not give him like a plus to at least try and campaign for the position that is going for in 2027. Then there was The same Senator Onyonka was also invited by President William Ruto when he was touring Kisii region. He had invited several leaders from Kisii region to go and visit him. I think he was meeting them for a state luncheon or a state dinner. But the same Senator Onyonka declined. There are other leaders that have also been appointed for some positions in government who have also declined. Some days back, like around 3-4 days back, Kisii governor, who is a long-term ally of Raila Odinga, that is Simba Arati, was also mentioned, or it was recorded, saying that they are going to have some discussions with the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga on matters to do with appointments of guys from that region and distribution of positions, that is government positions, to guys coming from the Kisii region. If you look at it, this is the first time Simba Arati has been very, very courageous to take on the former Prime Minister, who is the leader of ODM. It is the first time since he started being in politics. Simba has been known to be Baba's boy. And at no time have you ever heard of Simba Arati going against Raila's taken position. And he was quoted as saying that he was going to at least have a discussion and point out some of the issues that members of the Kisii region had raised pertaining to appointments. So if you look at the politics around Kisii region, it points to a fact that there is that agreement among the top leaders, the top political leaders from different political divide, on who they are going to front for the presidency, and that person is Matiangi. But now the question that comes to mind is that, okay, Matiangi could be a very good candidate against William Ruto in 2027. But there are 3 questions that we are going to ask here that might not favor him. And if Kenyans continue this way, then I think that President William Ruto will still win in 2027. Okay, why am I saying so? One is the fact that for someone to topple President William Ruto in 2027, or for Kenyans to vote President William Ruto in 2027, to vote him out, they'll have to need one candidate against him. That is, we have a 2-horse race in 2027. If it gets to a 2-horse race, then it will be game shot for President William Ruto. But a case whereby we are having so many people coming up to vie against him, that will be we are handing him the presidency on a silver platter. Another factor that might work against Matiangi, I talked about this, is the fact that Matiangi is not a charismatic leader. He might be a very good manager, but when it comes to campaigns, when it comes to matters politics, I don't think he is able to articulate issues. Is able to arouse the audience with the words and articulating issues that are affecting Kenyans. Were it that he was able, then I think by now he should have been here campaigning. But if that is not the case, then he needs to craft a team of very, very eloquent, very, very charismatic leaders or campaigners who are going to work for him. Then another factor is the division within different political parties and interests. Division in this way. One, there is the Kalonzo factor. Kalonzo is a veteran politician, and for me, I don't think Kalonzo might be willing in 2027 to support someone else. After Raila, the next person in line that would have taken over the opposition was Kalonzo Musyoka. But now, if Kalonzo doesn't, if we front, or if the political leaders of the opposition decide to front Matiangi, then I don't see Kalonzo giving in to the pressure and agreeing to support Matiangi. Because look at it. Can Kalonzo deputize Matiangi? Kalonzo is the senior most leader right now in the opposition, senior most political leader in the opposition. So what will they give him, or which political position will they give Kalonzo so as to agree to support Matiangi? Then there is also the other factor of Uhuru versus Rigathi Gachagua. Uhuru and Rigathi Gachagua might not be willing to work together in 2027. The fact that Matiangi is being seen as being fronted by Uhuru Kenyatta, I don't think if Rigathi Gachagua might want to work together with Uhuru. And then the fact that Rigathi would want to play a very, very key role in whoever will vie against Ruto in 2020, more so in central Kenya. So if the two come together, then there must be a very, very serious working formula for them to deliver for Matiangi in central Kenya. Then the other factor is the fact that Matiangi is being seen as being fronted by the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. But the question is, will President Uhuru Kenyatta campaign for him? Will he go out and campaign for him? Or will his support be in terms of, let me say, monetary support? Sometimes monetary support does not count so much when it comes to politics, because President Ruto is an incumbent. He has all the resources at his disposal when it comes to money and all that. So money is a factor, but a team that can go out and lead the campaigns for Matiangi, let me say in 2027, is also a factor that we cannot rule out. So the only person that maybe, if they are able to win to their camp, who can campaign for Matiangi in 2027 is none other than Raila Odinga. If Raila does not make it to the AUC position, and then he comes back and gets into the opposition and decides to support Matiangi with financial backing and Raila's networks, I think Matiangi can make it. But if this does not work, I don't see a situation where Matiangi can make it in 2027 against William Ruto. So it's a matter of wait and see as we head into this, because we still have like 2 years, and 2 years in politics is a very, very long time. And remember, as they say in politics, there are no permanent friends and there are no permanent enemies. You never know. Maybe going into 2027, after Rigathi will have consolidated central Kenya, he can still go back and work with William Ruto. It's politics at the end of the day. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it from me tonight. If you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video. Until next time, bye-bye.